வணக்கம். லீன் மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இன் தமிழ் யூடியூப் சேனலுக்கு உங்களை வரவேற்கிறேன். இந்த வீடியோவில் நாம் 3 கான்செப்டை பற்றி பார்க்கலாம். இந்த 3 இந்த வேர்ல்டுக்கு சொன்னது ஜாப்பனீஸ் பீப்புள். அதாவது 3 அப்படிங்கிறது 3 ஜப்பானீஸ் வேர்டோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 3 லெட்டர்ஸ் தான் ஜென். அதனோட 3க்கும் சேர்த்த வர்றது தான் 3 அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இதை டிரைவ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இதை எங்கே யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ப்ராப்ளம் சால்விங்காக யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். இதை நாம் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளத்தை சால்வ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா, எதனால் அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் வந்தது அப்படின்றதுக்கான ரியல் ஃபேக்டை நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். அதை கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை சால்வ் பண்ணுறது நமக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸி. ஸோ அந்த ரியல் ஃபேக்டை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்காக தான் இந்த கான்செப்டை நாம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். அதாவது தமிழில் ஒரு பழமொழி சொல்லுவாங்க, கண்ணால் காண்பதும் பொய், காதால் கேட்பதும் பொய், தீர விசாரிப்பதே மெய். அந்த தீர விசாரிப்பது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லைங்களா, அதுக்காக பயன்படுறது தான் இந்த 3 அது என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, கென்ச்சி, கெம்புட்ஸு, கெஞ்சிட்ஸு. கென்ச்சி அப்படின்னா ரியல் பிளேஸ், கெம்புட்ஸு அப்படின்னா ரியல் திங், கெஞ்சிட்ஸு அப்படின்னா ரியல் ஃபேக்ட். இப்போ இந்த 3 பற்றியும் இந்த வீடியோவில் நம்ம தெளிவாக பார்க்கலாம். நான் இதை எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணும்போது மோஸ்ட்லி ஆட்டோமோட்டிவ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் இருக்கிற எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸை தான் அதிகமாக யூஸ் பண்ணியிருப்பேன். ஆனால் இது எல்லா இடத்துக்குமே இதை நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே, now we can see what is Genchi. It is real place. What is real place? For example, you are a supervisor. Under you, some of the operators are working in your shop floor. அதில் ஒருத்தர் is complaining, sir, my machine is making so much of trouble. Continuously it is making the breakdown. Like that, they are complaining to you. Then, you are replying him, hey, hurry, go and do it like this. By sitting in the office, you are telling him, please do it like this. Actually, what Genchi says, we have to visit to real place where actually problem exists. அதாவது நாம் அந்த லொக்கேஷனுக்கு போயிட்டு அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை என்னன்னு பார்க்கணும். அதுதான் கென்ச்சி. தட் இஸ் கால்டு ரியல் பிளேஸ். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் Gembutsu. What is Gembutsu? It is real thing. That is, picking the real thing in your hand. The same example we can take. So one of the operator is complaining to you, sir, my machine is making the breakdown like that. You have to go and touch the machine and open the panel. Without that, you cannot identify what is the real fact. So that is Gembutsu. If they are complaining about the product, sir, my product is getting continuously rejected. Without touching the product or taking and seeing the product, you cannot identify what is the real fact for that problem. So that is Gembutsu. Next, Genjitsu. It is real fact. Everybody says, sir, actually I am doing 3 I am going to actual place and I am taking actual part, but I cannot identify real fact. So what to do? That is not easy. Actually, first 2 steps is easy, but Genjitsu is not so easy. So we can see how to identify real fact. There are 6 methods for Genjitsu. To identify the real fact, we can use these 6 methods. One is use your 5 senses. 2, magnifications. 3, observe in slow speed. 4, observe while operation stop. 5, destructive test. Cut the sample. 6, compare. Actually, we don't want to do all the 6. While doing Genjitsu, identifying the real fact, one of these method can be used. Depends upon your problem. Now we can see the first method. The first one is sight. It is some problem we can see by eyes. That is sight. Second one is hearing, some abnormal noise, which is also one of the problem we can identify by hearing some abnormal noise. Next one is touch. By touching the part or some machines, we can identify some abnormality. It is vibrations or it may be overheat. These things we can identify by touching. Next one is taste. So by tasting the product, it may be used in some food industry like that. So this is by tasting we can identify the abnormality. Next one is smell. So continuously if you don't clean some location or somewhere, so it will make some abnormal smell, unusual smell. That is also one of the problem. We can identify the real fact using the five sense. This is one method. The second method is magnification. It is zoom the process or product. It is, for example, some problem in the machine. You can see the machine if you stand in the long distance. If you go closer, you can see something extra in the machines. If you go inside the machines, you can identify all the parts inside the machines. So that is called zooming. This is one kind of magnification. Here example I took, it is one of the defect in the car body. First I am zooming it to some level. So I am identifying it is just some defect. So that defect I am zooming it to some further level. By zooming this further level, I can identify the defect, what it is exactly. Actually we have to magnify the defect till the real fact we are getting. So this is called magnification of the product or process. The next method is observe in slow speed. So this is the method to identify the problem in the slow speed of the operation. We can take some automotive example. Actually there is a pick and place operation by the robot. During the pick and place of the product, it is making some scratches in the product. We need to identify the defect where it is occurred actually. For this we can take some video of that process and we can check by slow motion. Then we can identify exactly that scratches is created. Actually this method most widely used not only in automotive. If we take police department, they are most widely using this method for identifying the crime using the CCTV camera. Now we can see next step. Observe while operation stop. Actually some of the problem you cannot identify during operation running. For example, your boss is giving some assignment to you. Please identify air leaks in the plant and arrest it. Actually, the air leak we cannot identify during the plant is running. Actually, during some holiday time or shutdown time, if we go inside the shop floor, if we stand, we can hear many air leak noises. So these air leaks we can identify during shutdown only. So this method we can use depends upon our requirement. Next method is destructive test. Cut the sample. Actually, some of the defect in the product we cannot see by eyes. Actually, that defect exists inside the product. That defect we can identify by cut the sample. Actually, I took one example of casting process. In the casting process, there is a shrinkage defect. That defect we can identify once we cut the sample. What size, how bigger it is, what kind of shrinkage, these all the things we can identify once cut the sample. Next example we can take, for example, if any machines or motor if is making the problem continuously, we cannot identify the problem actually seeing it. We need to dismantle the equipment or motor. Then what happened exactly inside that motor? So this method most widely used in automotive industry to identify the defect or any problems in the machines or equipments. The next method is compare. Actually, it is called a good-bad analysis. For example, we can take two equipments, which is one good equipment, which is running perfectly always. One equipment is not running perfectly, it is making so much of problems. But both are similar kind of machines. Next, one product is produced in one machine. That product is always produced in good quality. Similar kind of product in produced in another machines. That product is always making some problems with defective products. Now we can see what good is available in the good machine, in good product. What is missing in that bad product and bad machines. We can do horizontal deployment, what we have identified from the good machine and good part to the bad machine and bad part. This is called a compare method. Thank you for watching the video.